St. John and Stafford will have public transportation in October. A presentation explaining this service was given Thursday evening in the basement of the Ida Long Goodman Library.
Yeah, let's just talk about the expanded service. Do you know much about Sunflower Diversified Services?
Not a lot, but I'm aware of it.
Yeah, well, it's kind of interesting. I was born and raised in Great Bend, and until I started working for them, I didn't know a lot, which is really sad on my part, but it's an incredible service. Been around for 52 years. It started with 9 couples that were blessed with children that had special needs, intellectual needs. And back then in the late 50s, the deal was that a lot of those children would be institutionalized. And those 9 parents or 9 couples said, that's not going to happen with our kids. We're going to create a program and a curriculum to help our kids develop as much as possible and experience as much independence as possible. So that's just an incredible story. Well, we've got 14 buses and we serve 5 counties: Stafford, Rice, Rush, Barton, and Pawnee. And so last year we had some residents in Stafford County that asked about, is there any way that your service could be extended to folks in our town, Stafford, St. John, Maxville, whatever the case may be, but it didn't come through at 6 a.m. because right now the buses that serve those 5 counties, they usually come in at 6 a.m. in the morning and then come back about 4 p.m. So that doesn't really align with most people's schedule. So we went to the state, the Kansas Department of Transportation, and they gave us permission to do a special route, what they call an expanded route. Every Thursday, we'll be stopping into Stafford at 9:30 a.m. Then we'll come directly over here, pick people up at 10 a.m. and then take them to Great Bend. And to ride between here and Great Bend, it's only $2. And then every time you want to go somewhere else in Great Bend, it's $2 every time you get on the bus. So if you have 3 stops for $6, you get on that bus and then you come back home. And that's pretty inexpensive transportation. It really is. And so that's going to happen every Thursday, starting the first Thursday in October, which is that the 10th? Is that right? That's not right. Let me look at this. Yeah, that's actually Thursday, October 3rd will be the first Thursday. So on the little coin purses that I handed out is the phone number that you call to get scheduled for a ride. And then everybody needs to meet here at the library, and this is where we'll pick everybody up at 10 a.m. here in St. John, and then we'll deliver them back to the library when we come back in the afternoon. So we'll be leaving Great Bend at 3:30 in the afternoon and bringing you back. So you'll get back here, what, 4:15.
So they'd have to find a ride down here.
That's correct. You need to come to here. Yep. So they get here and we'll take them to Great Bend and then run them around Great Bend. So if they want to make a stop at Dr. Hildebrand's office for a checkup and then they leave there and they want to go to get a prescription or just go out and have a cup of coffee, they call this phone number. We'll come by, pick them up, take them wherever they want to go there in Great Bend. And then at 3:30 is when we'll gather everybody up and bring them back to St. John. So, you know, so some of the questions that came up over at Stafford was, will you come to town even though there are no reservations? No, we won't. And that's why people that want rides for that Thursday need to call by the end of business day on Wednesday. That's the latest. You know, 5, 6 o'clock p.m.
Okay.
Give us a call and say, hey, I'm going to catch a ride tomorrow, Thursday, out of St. John or out of Stafford, whatever town you might be residing in. And then the question also was, well, okay, what if you just have 1 reservation? We're coming. So if it's just 1 person needs a ride, we're coming. But if it's 0, we probably won't spend the money. Since 80% of the cost of this program is funded with state dollars, Kansas Department of Transportation, we're going to be good stewards of those tax dollars. So if there's 0, we're not going to make a trip down here if there's no reservations. But we will if there's only 1. And then some of the other questions too that took place over at Stafford was, is this going to be permanent? As long as there's a need, it's going to be permanent. And even if that's just 1 ride every Thursday, every week, and even if we have a couple of weeks that there's no riders, we're still going to be very committed to this. And we've gotten also, because 80% of this cost is provided by the state of Kansas, And then our firm is paying part of the 20%. The Stafford County is paying for part of the 20%. Stafford, Kansas is, Great Bend is, and Barton. So between Great Bend, Barton County, Sunflower, Stafford County, and Stafford, Kansas, those 5 organizations, we're all splitting the cost of that 20% that's remaining to pay for this. Because of course we all know it costs more than $2 to actually hire a person, pay insurance, and then provide that transportation. So I think it's really cool that the 2 counties are working together, and then the entities and the cities are all working together as a team to provide this service. So very excited about that, really are.